Italians have a knack for turning everyday objects into art. And whether they look like flying saucers in orbit, huge glass eggs, or splashes of color on the wall, glass lamps designed by Fontana Arte tend to make people sit up and take notice. Some of these timeless pieces have been displayed in major museums, and this 1954 classic ended up in Picasso's home. Like a proud papa, Carlo Guglielmi likes to show off drawings of lamps and other items designed especially for the company. He says more than 70 years after first opening its doors, the original goal of putting creativity first is paramount.
These drawings represent major names. Objects created by great architects. There are also products here created by young architects, ones we discovered, whom we tried to put on the road to success.
The road to success began in Milan. The city's cultural history, financial importance, and the area's strong tradition of craftsmanship combined to create a sort of breeding ground for creative Italians, people who have turned their ideas into designs for the home and other spaces.
The company was founded not by a businessman, but by an architect, Gio Ponti, in 1932. We had a series of wealthy patrons at the time from Lombardy, and the company started to make single pieces on commission for individual clients.
The people who worked with this company in the mid-20th century helped to put Italian design on the global map, doing their part to shape the history of modern interior and exterior design, and cultivating, along with new ideas, new talent. Nearly 40 years later, that philosophy still holds, and Guglielmi can often be found giving encouragement and expertise to a growing pool of young designers. Back in the early 70s, though, this relationship between design and industry was still evolving.
It was a great process of reciprocal discovery.
The Grand Dame of Italian architecture, Gaia Lenti, was considered one of the leaders of the Italian design movement in the mid-20th century. Some of her best-known works are objects designed for Fontana Arte, for whom she served as art director for 17 years.
The company sought us out. The relationship with industry gave us the chance to bring our ideas, our designs to life.
The inspiration for some design classics, like a glass coffee table on wheels, can come from an unexpected source.
It was, what can I say, like a bolt of lightning out of the blue. One of our workers went by with a wooden trolley with 4 wheels. Guy said, "Look, it's been there all this time. That's it, the trolley."
Designers Luca Bergo and Dominic Perot have both created objects for Fontana Arte. In fact, over the years, designers from all over Europe have converged on Italy to create beautiful pieces that are like sculptures made out of light. They've been pleasantly surprised at the welcome they've received and the caliber of craftsmanship they've found here. It's no surprise to Guglielmi. He says Italy's long tradition of skilled craftsmanship is one of the secrets to successful Italian design.
Think, for example, of a tourist who visits a city like Florence and finds streets named after the jeweler, the leather worker, the cobbler. That's the Italy of the craftsman. And everything follows from that.
And the way to keep that system alive is to cultivate new talent and ideas among new generations of designers, craftsmen, and technicians, nurturing their creativity. Creativity that ultimately filters down to the public. Over the years, Fontana Arte's lighting systems and glass objects have left their mark, not only in homes and offices, but also large spaces like hotels and other buildings around the world. In New York, they include the Bryant Park Hotel in one of the city's restored Art Deco buildings. In Paris, the Musée d'Orsay, the museum and former train station. In Lisbon, the Belém Cultural Center. This combination of industry and art makes a lot of sense in Italy, where little if any distinction has been made between the architect of a building and the designer of an interior space or object. The training and professional title are often the same.
There are three elements that go into the Italian ability to make these beautiful objects. There's the culture, then there are the architects, and finally the manufacturers who make these design objects.
While over the years Fontana Arte has won many international awards, there is one other, more sweeping accolade: longevity.
This tradition is something that, once inherited, has to be built on day by day.
The company has been a major player in Italian design for long enough that entire generations of people have been influenced by its version of the Italian lifestyle. Now when we decorate a room, lighting isn't just lighting. It's as much a part of the design as any other element.